The next show is planned for April 9th, 2022. It's about 29 weeks to bring something really special to the stage. I'm very confident that that's going to happen. What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. I don't even know where to start, honestly. I guess I can tell you what day it is. It's Tuesday morning, filming this. So the season's over. Operation 2022 has officially come to an end, and it's a weird feeling. Really surreal, almost, is probably the best word to describe it. You know, when you put so much work and effort into something, you know, day after day after day after day after day, and you know, you guys saw the prep documented, but you know, this has been a process dating really back to 2019. I guess I can give you a little bit of backstory. I don't know where this video is going to go, guys, so just bear with me because I might still be bouncing all over the place with prep brain, still recovering. But in 2019, I did this same show that I did this past weekend, the INBF Natural USA. It was my first experience with you know, the INBF, WNBF, and you know, for myself, becoming a WNBF pro was, you know, my big goal, right? Once I started to expand my knowledge and understanding of what was out there for natural bodybuilding, as far as promotions, you know, athletes and stuff like that, and learning about what else existed outside of the bubble that I was in. The WNBF was kind of my, you know, I coined, you know, this show this past weekend, like the big kahuna. Like, it was my big one. So obviously, you know, the first goal being becoming a WNBF pro, and then, you know, moving beyond that when the time came. So anyway, so 2019, I go to the same show down in Rochester, New York, run by the Ayatomasi family, Paul, Dan, their father, Paul, and just really good experience. It was well run. It was different than what I was used to, but it was all in good ways. It was really enjoyable. Had a lot of fun with it. Met a bunch of new athletes. You know, just experienced new things, and it was really good. And it really brought to my attention, you know, that desire to then want to pursue the WNBF with regards to becoming a pro. So 2019, I competed in the show. Up until that point, you know, I'd been basically like undefeated in my bodybuilding career. So, you know, anybody that's done any kind of, you know, sport or athletic endeavor, when you're on, you know, like a streak and you don't lose, you kind of get this, I don't know, I wasn't cocky about it, but I'm just going to use the term like arrogance. Like, you just think you think you're good, right? You think you're better than you probably are. So I went into that show, you know, thinking, oh, I'm gonna win, you know, Canadians gonna come down to the US and dominate the show and all this kind of stuff, and that's not what happened. And in hindsight, it was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. So I competed in the lightweight class, and there was three of us that they were really unsure about placing wise, and they took us through rounds and rounds and rounds. I think we were up there for prejudging for a little over 25 minutes, if I remember correctly. My wife got it all on video, and I'm pretty sure the video was around 25 minutes, which was very foreign to me, and I was not prepared for that. So right off the bat, like, oh shit, this is a whole different ball game. So I ended up taking second to Dan. Dan, shout out to you, man. You killed it. You made me look like a child up there, and it gave me a bit of a shot of you know, ego check, right? Like I said, you're not as good as maybe you think you are. So 2019, I close out my season, come in second place, and I'm like, okay, you know, I got work to do, right? You know, I didn't even win my class to get into the overall to even get a shot at turning pro. You know, I need to at least improve to lock in a class win for the next time I compete within the WNBF. That would be step one, right? So now it's like, okay, we got to go back, and we got some work to do. So that's when I started, playing around with longer off season. I started communicating with my coach Cliff Wilson, and just trying to iron out what that might look like as far as timeline wise. And we tried to compete in 2020, but then obviously the whole global situation happened. So then it was committing to, from then, 2 years off, but in the grand scheme of things, like a total of a 3-year period from 2019 to now 2022. And the goal coming into 2022, Operation 2022, the whole shtick, the goal was to hopefully chase down, potentially the WNBF Pro card. That was like my main target. And kind of what all transpired around that was, we'll fill in where we can. We'll play around with different shows. Maybe we can see if there's something within the OCB. Obviously, local stuff within the CPA. I was hoping to do, but this was the big one for me. This was like my white whale. Like this was it. So we get closer to the show. I'd say kind of the back end of 2021. And, I reach out to the guys that are running the show, and I'm like, how's things looking? It's not on the schedule yet. And they're, we're really, really struggling to lock in a venue. We're trying to get things organized as best we can, blah, blah. And I said, okay, let me know. I fully intend to come back down and compete with you guys again. And, that was it, right? So, and that's the beginning of, hey buddy, that was the beginning of prep, basically, right? So as far as like a sense of urgency with timeline wise, there wasn't really any stress. Fast forward, we're coming through, the new year, January, February, and we're still not seeing any really headway with the show. And then, scheduling for other events starts popping up. So, locally, there's the CPA Coburg Naturals, which is a very close show to my heart. I know the guy that runs it, John, an amazing person, someone who within bodybuilding has been a good person towards me, just more than accommodating and supportive. I've competed in the Coburg Naturals twice, and 2019 was my last time, and it was on my kind of radar to hit up again this year. It was a show that I had my first experience coaching athletes in, and again, we had a good team going in this year. So that was on the schedule then for April 30th. So as of recording this video, it's this coming weekend. So I'd reached out to the guys again for the Natural USA and just said, hey, I don't know if you've locked in a date yet, but just a heads up, I won't be able to attend if it's on April 30th. And thankfully they hadn't locked anything in yet, and they were toying between the 23rd, which was this past weekend, and the 30th. And it all ended up working out nicely, being the 23rd. So then within the WNBF, they have minimum requirements for pro card numbers, which we won't go too far into that, but it's a rule that they have, and they can't hand out a pro card unless they have minimum number requirements. But thankfully things worked out that we had that opportunity this past weekend. So now we're here. This past weekend, we hit the stage, and it was really kind of emotional and stuff like that. I talked to Brett Freeman, Bathtub on Instagram. Brett's become a very close, brotherly figure to me now. Shout out to you, my man, and the boys from 9 News Daily, James, Dan. Obviously, you guys, if you guys have followed me, you guys know who they are and what they mean to me. So, anyways, we're there, and it's we're having these conversations about like it being 3 years later. It's come around full circle, and it's all worked out, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You gotta believe it. You gotta see it. And show day comes around, and in the blink of an eye, we're getting pumped up in the morning for prejudging, and all of a sudden I blink and you just hear a new WNBF Pro, and to have that all come to fruition was, I don't know, guys, it's hard to explain. Like when you put so much effort into something and you can see it, I'm a firm believer in visualization and just manifesting that kind of stuff. And I kid you not, guys, like I could see everything. I could see myself walking across the stage. I could see Paul and Dan smiling, getting ready to shake my hand. I could see myself. I could see the trophy. And it's just, you know, to have that, you know, it's to accomplish that, it's I can't put it into words what that means to me, and you know, to have that 3 year goal, right? 3 years we worked for this, and you know, it's not even, it's far beyond 3 years, right? Like I've been, you know, competing and bodybuilding and training for like 10 plus years now, but you know, directly chasing what happened this weekend, you know, was a 3 year journey. And you know, I just want to say that, man, you gotta put in the work to get there, and it's not even just the daily task, but it's the mental side, it's the mindset, it's getting that circle of people around you. Like I said, with Brett, James, and Dan, you know, my wife being as supportive as she is and pushing me, and my coach Cliff Wilson, like, you need so much, you know, to lock in real success. It's not just what you do, because, you know, as much as you're probably making up 90% of what's going to get you there, that extra 10% can really make a difference. And if you can get that 10% with the people, with the headspace, the mindset, the environment, you can get some cool shit done. And that's exactly what happened this past weekend. And I'm beyond happy. Like happy, fulfilled, you know, just we did it. We did the goal, right? That's what was set out to be accomplished this season, right? It was to go from not only amateur to pro from a physique perspective, but get that designation of WNBF pro natural bodybuilder. So that's that's where we are right now. So I think I'll probably close the video here. I just wanted to have just get this out there. I'm working on the show day video. There's plenty of footage, but it's a lot to dig through and edit and stuff like that, and that'll obviously be up on 90 News Daily. So if you want to watch the full show day vlog and stuff, then subscribe to the membership site. It's linked in the description below. But I just wanted to have this video conversation and just give you guys some insight as to where I'm at. I have a call with Cliff tomorrow night to, you know, figure out what's next, plan of action moving forward. I know people are kind of curious, like, no, I'm done this year. I'm not doing any more shows. I had, you know, Coburg this past weekend, or this coming weekend was kind of on the to-do list. And I had a backup plan with regards to another WNBF show. Had the pro card not come this past weekend, but obviously we don't need to do that. So the season is done. I finished the season exactly how I wanted to. But we'll do another video of like a season analysis or something, or a season review. But we're coming up a little over 13-14 minutes here, and I feel like I could probably just keep babbling, but you guys might get tired of my kind of morning voice. And I got a good tan though. This is where it looks good. It's starting to blotchy right here, but it's gonna start to look pretty shitty here soon, because it starts to, some parts wear off, some parts don't. But this is kind of like I just kind of look like I got a nice bronze going on right now. But anyways, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a little update. I think that's what we'll call this video. Some kind of just end of prep update or some shit like that. But I look forward to documenting what's next. The off season, you know, begins this week. Is just kind of a fun week. We're just having fun in the gym, getting you know, diet sorted out, getting everything kind of ironed out for next week. And like I said, we got the chat with Cliff, and that'll kind of solidify things training wise, what we need to do from a programming perspective. But we're just having fun with training this week. Yesterday I just did back, and I just did whatever I felt like. Today I'm just gonna do shoulders and arms again. Just do whatever I feel like. Have some fun in the gym. I've got food now, so I'm well fueled. The pumps are pretty ridiculous, which is nice. And yeah, just enjoying it. And it's starting to get warm out, so we don't have to dress in layers And I also am packing on some body fat, so I'm not as cold all the time, which is great. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this little video, then let me know. Subscribe to the channel, stay up to date, and don't forget to like the video because it really helps grow the channel. And I appreciate you as always. So thank you, and we'll see you guys in the next one.